Hey everybody, Renee here. I'm going to do a flip through and initial thoughts review of this tarot deck called the Black Tarot by Victoria Iva. It says on the back, enter the darkness of the Black Tarot where sparks of light punctuate the midnight realm. From the incredible imagination of artist Victoria Iva, these 78 cards will offer you penetrating insight into the depths of your mind and soul. So I was intrigued and I said, when I got the email, and I said, sure, yeah, I'll take a look at this deck. I'll give it a review. Here's the artist on Instagram, blackart.victoria. And it comes in a tuck box. Let's see what it's all about. The links will all be below if you're interested in purchasing this deck. And I will say that it is quite affordable. I think it's under $25 for the deck if you wanted to go check it out. Let's take a look at the booklet first. Tarot Guidebook. So, okay, it's giving the elements of the deck, which is, it's based on the standard Arthur Edward Rider Waite Smith deck. So the Fool represents a leap of faith, the beginning and ending of the major arcana journey we all take through life. And I like how it has symbolism here. The figure's dancing and leaping through the air while a skeletal animal watches from below. The dancing energy represents the Fool's carefree nature and exuberance for life. So it's got the upright and reversed meanings, which you might be familiar with if you are a reader. But it's got the symbolism, so you're gonna get a little bit about the artwork, which I always appreciate. Now, is it gonna do it for, yeah, it's doing it for the minors as well. Symbolism. So you're gonna get a glimpse into the artist's mind and why she created the image the way she did, what everything means in the image, or at least what a few things mean in the images. So very valuable information. There's nothing more, I don't want to say annoying, but it can be a little bit annoying, I guess, or irritating when you receive a deck that's kind of very original or very abstract or very different from other decks, and you get no input from the artist. You get no meanings behind the symbolisms in the pictures. You don't know why the artist did this card that way. You know what I mean? So this is very valuable. I especially do appreciate that. That's a really great little black book. So let's do the initial flip through. I have not looked through these at all. Black on black. You can see there's a little bit of a marbling or textured effect here. The edges are jet black, matte. And we're gonna do the flip through, and I'll hold each card up so you can see it too. So there's the Fool. Very wispy artwork. I love it. It's smoky, wispy. The Magician. No face. The High Priestess. I'm wondering if most of the faces are going to be hidden. The Empress. I'm trying to make out exactly what this is. I mean, is it a profile? And there's like the shoulder? Let me know what you think in the comments. The Emperor. It does look like a figure here with a leg crossed. Let me look at the Empress again. If you want to fast forward through the flip through, that's fine, but I'm trying to see. Yeah, I really need to look at the symbolism of this card. So let's do that really quickly. I want to see what we're looking at here with the Empress. Okay. A female figure prepares to swallow the light in order to nourish her child. Even in darkness, the light is necessary for life. She does what is necessary to grow and protect her unborn offspring. So I'm assuming this is a mouth. It's just very surreal, very interesting. Maybe that's the unborn child in the womb. And this is a mouth, or perhaps those are arms. Very, very interesting. All right, so we have the Emperor, which looks a little bit more humanoid here, in my opinion. The Hierophant. Interesting. The Lovers. It looks like two figures are kind of swirled and entwined here, and we do have a moon. The Chariot. Yeah, the first thing I thought of when I saw this was Alice in Wonderland, the chessboard. But very cool. There's the Chariot. Very neat. This is a very original deck, I will say. There's nothing like this that I've ever seen. Strength. I love that. Looks almost like a phoenix rising from the fire, from the ashes. The Hermit. Wow. A cool little like tunnel effect here. And the flow. I mean, is it water? Is it earth? Is it fire? This is really neat. The Wheel of Fortune. I love how this looks like an eye. We have Justice. Teardrops coming from a sort of an eye here. There are two hands here holding these balls of energy, perhaps. Light energy, dark energy. We've got the Hanged Man. Interesting. All right, we have Death. Temperance. The Devil. Yeah, Death and the Devil, you would still know what they were if they weren't labeled. The Tower. Very neat. The Star. The Moon. The Sun. Again, it looks a little bit like an eye. Really neat. Now, I'm curious as to how she created these images. What medium she used, or mediums. The World. Oh, Judgment. Did I even say what that was? I was talking. Judgment. Reminds me of like, you know, the old quote or cliche, you know, getting struck down by lightning, like God striking you down by lightning. There's the judgment there, the last judgment. The World. There's an egg, like the cosmic egg. Very cool. King of Wands. So we're into the minors, obviously. Queen of Wands. Yeah, you can definitely feel the heat, the fire, especially from the Queen here. She looks ablaze. And the Page, more, there's fire there for sure. Lots of fire energy. The Knight. Interesting, there's all these spiky formations there. Oh, here, okay. It looks like a dragon. Dragon head, a wing perhaps, the rib cage. That's what I'm seeing. We have the 10 of Wands. Oh, there's the burden. You can see very small here. It looks like someone carrying heaps of stuff on their back. We've got the 9. the 8. You can definitely see the action, feel the action of that 8 of Wands. The 7. I love this card. That is just amazing, that image. 6. 5. Conflict. Several people involved in a conflict, perhaps. 4. I love the stairs. Great. 3. Beautiful. 2. And the ace. Very fiery indeed. So let's go to spheres, which I'm assuming are coins or pentacles. King of spheres. Very organic looking, whereas the wands look like fire and flames and light and lightning. Spheres so far looks, yeah, very organic looking, like roots. Excuse me, like roots. Yeah, here's the queen. Like a tree. The bark of a tree, the roots of a tree. Now, oh my gosh, I can definitely see the faces now. Okay. Excuse me. Face. That is really cool. I am really liking this deck. I wasn't sure how I would feel. I don't know if I'm going to be able to use this for client readings, perhaps close friends and loved ones, but I'm definitely going to be using this deck for myself. Definitely going to use it for my own readings. Now he's got roots coming out of his feet. Page of Spheres, love it. Knight. Amazing. 10. Oh wow, that's really pretty. 9. 8. Oh look, he's juggling the 8 spheres. I mean, it is the hard work card, right? 7. And again, you can see just a tiny humanoid figure there with this huge tree. Gorgeous. 6 of spheres. Giving back, right? You've been helped. Maybe it's time for you to help others. We've got the 5. Oh look, someone like maybe trapped, feeling trapped and alone and helpless. Got the 4. Definitely kind of resembles the typical Rider-Waite-Smith image. Holding onto the 1 coin, the other 3 are not far from this humanoid figure. The 3. Interesting. 2. You can see the infinity symbol. You can kind of get the yin-yang symbol in there as well out of the 2 of spheres. I love it. And more of these organic patterns that, gosh, it's just breathtaking. It really is. I am very happily surprised. I thought this flip-through would be really fast, and there's just a lot to look at and take in. Ace of spheres. There's the ace. And we go to the cup family. King of cups. Queen. Now, looks like this figure has scales and I guess an octopus type of torso, or legs rather, lower half. So you're getting the water element definitely from the queen, the king, maybe in the depths of the water, the deep, dark waters. You know, the deeper you go, the darker it is. But she's kind of maybe coming up or in the shallower area, and she's holding a cup here. Yeah, the queens, wow. I think the queens are really represented very well in this deck. Page of Cups. Yeah, he's got like a seahorse, right? Really cool. Knight of Cups. There's a lot of water around this knight. Looks like a huge, massive puddle is what it looks like to me. The 10 of Cups. Interesting. There aren't any other cards that have kind of the symbols, the elements, or symbols rather, stacked like this one and the next one I can see. 10. All right, the 9. Very bright and joyful. 8 of Cups, leaving something behind. There is the person, their back turned towards us, or the figure, and there is the water here. There is a moon in the background. 7. Options, choices, opportunities, which to choose. The 6 can be nostalgia. This looks almost like someone's scrying, you know, with a mirror or with a bowl of water or a crystal ball. Maybe they're thinking about the past. We've got the 5 of Cups. Struggle there. And look at that. 3 down, 2 up. That's really an interesting way to depict the cups in the 5. 3 are up, or 3 are down, 2 are up. I love that. Very original. 4 of Cups. Three of Cups. 2. And look, they've got male and female, masculine, feminine, coming together like in this lovely swirl of energy. Ace. Beautiful. And on to the swords. Look at the king. Boy, look at his face. Serious, stern, but fair. Definitely get an air-like quality there. And the queen, definitely air-like, and this looks almost like she has a wing. And her hair's flowing as if blowing in the wind. The page. The knight. Looks almost like a bull to me. All right, the 10. That's just a gorgeous image of the 10. You get the message, but it's striking. It's a striking image. The 9. Oh, look, almost looks like The Scream by Munch. Anxiety, worry, and fear. You can feel it through that image. The 8. Oh, yes. There's the bindings around the figure. 7. 6. 5. Interesting. There's the sword is the head. That's just wild. 4. meditating, rest, respite, taking a break. Love that. 3. Oh, look. Instead of a heart with the 3 swords piercing through the heart, we've got a figure literally sliced in half. Like when you give your love to someone, you know, you give them like half of yourself. In a sense, some poets have said, right? Or when you're with someone for a long time and the relationship ends for a while, you feel like half of you is gone. Your world is split in half, or your soul has been split in half, or half of you is missing, right? We've got the 2 of Swords here. There's something balancing on top of the 2. And the Ace. Okay, wow, I'm kind of wowed by this deck, to be honest, and I did not expect that at all. I mean, you know, the company that prints out the deck, they know I'm going to be honest in my reviews, and I can be honest when I say I don't know if I will use this deck for client readings, but I will definitely be using it for my own readings. It reminds me a little bit of the Deviant Moon Tarot. It has a lot of energy, so I will probably utilize this deck when I do energy work for other people and for myself. If I were wanting to know what I needed to do about my energy right now, let's draw a card. Whoops, this one almost fell out. Whew, King of Swords. I would say I really need to buckle down and get down to business, maybe. Take TCOB and stick to my guns. It makes me feel like being anything but wishy-washy, right? Is the energy I'm getting from this card. So maybe that's what I would need to do right now. So let's see. Okay, so if you're watching, this is going to be for you. And we're going to draw 3 cards. And I'm going to look in the booklet and look at the symbolism. And then read it intuitively. Read the 3 cards intuitively for you and see how it goes. It's really neat. Gosh. It's almost entirely black. It is black and gray with just a little bit of white-ish. I wouldn't even call it white. It's more like a super light gray. But it is a really neat deck. And for $25, wow. Okay. 3 cards, if you're watching. Let's see what we get. What do you need to know right now? 7 of Spheres. 6 of Wands. Really neat imagery there. Masculine energy in that one. Fiery masculine energy. And then the third one is 7 of Swords. 2 7. Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, 2 7s. 7 6 7. 7 of Swords. Okay. So let's see what the booklet says about these images. 7 of Spheres. That's it right there. So, symbolisms. 7 spheres drop from a tree, exhibiting the abundance of energy hovering over a volatile landscape. So they're dropping from the tree, almost giving the land some energy. Dedicated persistence and long-term planning. Time to consider how you'll invest in your success. Put resources back into what you have that is successful, or start a new venture. I'm really enjoying the booklet. It reads really well so far. Okay, so there's the first card. Now we've got the Six of Wands. Oh, that's Swords, Cups. Okay. Symbolism. A figure stands triumphant as 6 wands light up around him to mark his victory. And the meaning, victory and success are yours. Be sure you act with dignity. Victory and desires fulfilled. Love it. So thirdly, we have the Seven of Swords. And the symbolism is a figure holds a sword behind his back, either stealing it or keeping it secret. The remaining 6 swords make the disappearance of one harder to notice. This is a really clever depiction. I don't think I've ever seen a Seven of Swords where you're seeing the back of the figure or the person or the humanoid figure, and they've got the sword like hiding behind their back, and then these are placed just so that it's harder to notice the one missing. That's really neat. Meaning, time to take your ideas and thoughts elsewhere, and you may need to do so quietly and secretly. It can mean secrecy or stealth. So there you go. There's a little reading for you, looking at the symbolism in the booklet. And let's see. So in the email I received about the deck, it says, intense abstract art by Russian artist Victoria Iva, who left Russia due to the war, now resides in the country of Georgia. Durable cardstock for repeated use over time. Absolutely good cardstock. Matte finish and the highest quality print techniques to make the blacks, grays, and whites strong and distinctive. I would agree. I would concur. A modern reinterpretation of the Rider-Waite deck. The great-grandfather of almost all decks, we know that. And the unusual but brilliant art honoring the darkness helps the reader and current dive deep into their emotions in their search for spiritual awareness. And I would put it in the same niche, in the same area or category as the Deviant Moon Tarot, which I also surprisingly loved. This is another one. I'm going to be doing a lot of readings for myself with this deck. Let's do one card, okay? Let's look at your energy right now if you're watching this. Just with one card, we're going to look at your energy. This is going to be totally intuitive. I'm not going to look into the booklet. I'm not going to rely heavily on my knowledge of what the card means to a standard tarot reader. I'm going to look at the art, okay? Oops. Let's do... Okay, we've got a few that fell out. I'm going to keep shuffling. Sorry. Trying to loosen the deck up. It's still a little bit stiff. It's almost there. There we go. It's starting to really come together now. And we've got this one for you. If you're watching, 6. So I know what it means, obviously, the 6 of Cups, but I'm looking at this intuitively. The first thing I get, oddly enough, is astral projection. So I know that's way out there. It's super woo-woo. But where you astral project and you can kind of peer in or check in on a loved one if you want to. Or you can go to a different place and time through that. Through a dream or the semblance of a dream, or even lucid dreaming is what I'm getting from this. So maybe you need to do some dream work. Maybe you need to write down your dreams, record your dreams. Maybe you need to pay attention to your dreams is what I'm getting psychically from this image right now. Okay? So if you're watching this, do some dream work, study your dreams, pay attention to your dreams. Maybe look into astral projection. Maybe look into scrying. Okay? Well, my friends, this was a sweet surprise. Well, I wouldn't say sweet, probably isn't very fitting with a deck like this, but it definitely was a surprise. I just wasn't sure how I would react to this deck. I do really like it though, and it is called the Black Tarot by Victoria Iva. All the links will be below where you can purchase this deck, and like I said, the card quality is good. It's a really interesting, unique deck with some fantastic imagery. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.